And as we continue with our theme of history for this festival, we are going to, if you look across the street, now you have to have imagination. This rock on the corner, it's been so muddy, here in Marshfield, the city just had this rock delivered. And as this, in the month of April, is the month of the sinking of the Titanic, this rock will be cleaned and will look like an iceberg. And one side of it will be sanded with a plaque, and the plaque will read in honor of the 10 Missourians who were aboard the Titanic, including R.W. Smith, who was from Marshfield. Mr. Smith, of course, survived the Marshfield cyclone and later perished aboard the Titanic, and his body was never recovered. Today it's my honor to introduce a very special guest, Mary Joyce, whose father was aboard the Titanic, will speak about the Titanic, her father's story, and I'm sure you probably wouldn't mind to take questions. Please make welcome a very historic speaker, Mary Joyce.
Can you hear me? Yep. Good, because I don't have much of a voice. And I've never done this before, so take me as you find me. Oh, no, I think I'm drinking. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for inviting me here today to join you in honoring the memory of the Missourians aboard the RMS Titanic. I am glad to have the privilege of honoring these dear people, and I take grateful advantage of the occasion to honor and remember my own father, Eugene Daly, who was a Titanic survivor. He was one of the 200 Irish steerage passengers picked up by the liner at Queenstown, County Cork, Ireland, on its last stop before launching out on her maiden voyage to America. Sadly, out of those 200, only 20 were saved. This monument that we are unveiling today is a solemn reminder to all of us, especially these days, that modern technology, no matter how brilliant, is no match for the powerful majesty of nature or the mind of our eternal Creator. This was the first massive loss of life to hit the world of that time, other than the fatalities of war. And as the facts emerged in long drawn-out public hearings spanning from London to New York, it became an international scandal. But that was poor comfort for the families of the lost. 29-year-old Eugene was accompanied on his trip by his cousin, Maggie Daly, and a woman friend of hers, Bertha Mulvihill. They were all from Athlone, and their families were very glad to put them in Eugene's care for the voyage. That morning, as they boarded the tender, they were happy and sad. Sad at leaving their people and their homeland, but happy in the excitement of starting out on a new life, having their dreams fulfilled. America, then as now, was the Mecca where good jobs and good money would make life a lot easier and enable them to send money home to help the families left behind. As the tender brought them out to meet the colossal liner waiting in the bay, there are accounts and a picture of Eugene playing his pipes. The Cork Examiner, a local newspaper of that time, reported that Eugene played plaintive Irish airs as the tender pulled away from the shores of Ireland. Let me explain that the tender were the little pilot boats that brought the passengers out to the big liners, because these liners were so enormous that the harbors had no depth. They couldn't come in to the harbor. So to get on with the story of Eugene, life at home had been pleasant enough for him, but by no means easy. His father was a policeman, and he was killed in the line of duty when Eugene was only 12 years old. His widowed mother did the best she knew how to raise her fairly large family. She took in boarders. Eugene went to work right away as an apprentice at the Athlone woolen mills. Athlone is the name of the town he lived in. As the years progressed, he became a good mechanic, and before his decision to join an older sister in the States, he was a tuner of all the looms that the women factory workers wove the Irish tweed on. He was quite active in his community, and he was a member of the local pipe band and many other civic organizations. Eugene was also a man of the river. The River Shannon flows through his hometown of Athlone. and growing up beside it gave him many opportunities to boat and fish and swim. He was a strong swimmer and a good oarsman, and this helped him on that fateful night.